Well, France 24's Hoda Osman has been keeping an eye on what's been happening in New York. She joins me now from Brooklyn. Hoda, the vote there saw a big win for the Democratic governor who was reelected. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, she's the first woman governor for New York, and she's also the first one to be elected from upstate New York. Kathy Hochul is not from New York City in over a century. So a big win for her, and a relief also, because this was the narrowest race between a Democrat and a Republican for governor in nearly 3 decades. Usually it's expected that the Democrat, governor, at least over the recently, would become the nominee. But in the last few weeks, the race became close between her and Lee Zeldin, who is an election denier. So this was of concern. She ended up winning, but she does not have a lot of political capital. Crime is one of the main issues here. The rise of crime, especially in New York City, is visible and is something that people want to see resolved. So she's going to be working on this, we are expecting, in the next period, and we'll see what happens. In other races, the Democrats seem to have been doing well. Chuck Schumer was reelected for a 5th term, but we're also seeing some of the some areas flipping to becoming red, especially for the House, and some of this is also due to the redistricting, or what is known as gerrymandering.
Hoda, let's look outside of New York. And it does seem like the Democrats did better than many polls were saying they would across the country.
Yes, and I think that this is something that is that people here, I'm in Brooklyn, in a heavily, the Democratic progressive area. I feel like this is something that everyone will be thinking about, especially when it comes to two things. Of course, John Fetterman flipping that Senate seat in Pennsylvania. This is something that is expected to be celebrated by Democrats, as well as the whole, Ron DeSantis and Trump issue, and whether Ron DeSantis will run for president or not to contest President Trump, as well as Trump's backed candidates who did not do as well as expected. So these are all issues that I feel will also be on the minds of people here in New York as well as nationwide.
Hoda, thank you for that. Hoda Osman there reporting from New York.